Stand by to launch FanStream Sports.
3, 2, 1. Let's start.
Hello, sports fans.
Welcome to FanStream Sports. Nothing but pure sports. This is the JP Show.
JP, it's so good to hear you back on the air.
Stand by. Now, here's JP.
All right, good morning and welcome into another edition of the JP Peterson Show here on this Hump Day. Man, we got breaking news. We got crazy stuff going on with the stadium. We got a huge lightning. Brian Bradley will be joining us from the morning skate live from Benchmark International Arena. So we will check in on the Lightning. Huge game tonight. Cannot wait for that. I will be there doing my thing. We got Rays. Man, are they red hot? Are they absolutely red hot? They've won 6 in a row and just continue to play really good baseball. And my favorite pitcher, Nick Martinez, is kicking ass.
You're
and
not
we're gonna
allowed
do some
to
Bucs
do that.
draft
You
stuff
can't
with
do
Scott
that.
Reynolds this morning. 10:05. He's my favorite. I've said from the very beginning, this was the best signing in the history of the Rays.
Him and his 1.2
Nick
WAR.
Martinez just making me eat it every day, and I love it. I'll take it. I will absolutely take it. You can't be right about everything, Timmy. Good morning to you, Timmy.
I can be.
How are you, buddy?
I mean, I can be right about everything.
You can?
I love Nick
Okay,
Martinez,
Joshua
man.
Wostall.
That's right. I'm telling you.
All right.
I think he's on to
So,
something,
all right, so
JP.
we have like, how is anybody taking this dude seriously? How is anyone taking this grandstanding politician seriously? I mean, it's beyond the pale now. This morning, the Rays flagship station, WDAE, gave a platform to a grandstanding politician and who is dead set against the Rays building a stadium in Tampa Bay, no matter what the cost is. And because he wants no public money going to billionaires, and then accuses Ken Babby of lying to his face without specifics, and then says they don't have the money. You know what? I finally think he's right. He's right. They don't have the money. I mean, why would Major League Baseball handpick this group when of course they didn't vet them. They didn't vet these guys, right? I mean, Zalupski, he's got no money. Oh, his stock price is down. They bought the team before that happened. And by the way, Cosgrove, he didn't have any money either. Yeah. The Doyles, they're broke. They're broke. Fred Ridley's got no connections. Augusta National, he's got no connections. Mike Murphy's got no money. I mean, these people they're all charlatans. Will Weatherford, what's he ever done? What's he ever done? They're all charlatans. Wostall is correct. That's a Major League Baseball forced an owner out and handpicked this group because they have no money. That's right. And they overpaid for the team. That's one of my favorite things. They've overpaid for the team. By the way, the Padres are worth $3.5 billion. They overpaid, so they got no money left. Like they got a piggy bank sitting in back. Oh, are we out of cash yet? Yeah, I think we are. Oh, shit. Like, absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. I mean, if the guy stands up and say, may God have mercy on your soul for supporting this and grandstanding like he is, you serious? You want to take these politicians seriously? Or would you rather look at the other county? I was at the county meeting, and it was all Wostall bitching. Doesn't even know about the district that he represents, West Tampa, that people park their cars for and make tons of money on these events. Well, he may know that, but he certainly didn't recognize that in the and when he said, "Oh, the people of West Tampa, they don't want this thing." They kind of do. And by the way, we just got another letter from the people of West Tampa and all the businesses of West Tampa that are absolutely vehemently endorsing this project. It's absolutely crazy. If you're going to make an accusation like that, All these guys, they don't have any money. They're liars. Yeah, that's what's going on here, Joshua Wostall. And for the Rays flagship station, listen, I'm all for transparency, and Joshua Wostall can come on this show any day he wants, and I'll gladly have him on, and we can debate this. But for the flagship station to have them come on and make charges like this, like very serious allegations of lying and fraud, that they have no money, they can't come up with theirs. If that's true, I'll be the first to say I got duped. And Major League Baseball got duped. The governor got duped. Everybody got duped. That's what's going on here. And another column, op-ed, negative op-ed it's like a daily barrage of negativity. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. I bet other cities are just watching this and just going, wow, these idiots. Come to Raleigh. Come to Raleigh-Durham. Come to Charlotte. Come to Salt Lake. Yeah, we'd love it. All right, I'm going to get into this a little bit later on in the show, but we got Scott Reynolds, very busy man during these times with draft and post-draft from the Pewter Report. Once again, tremendous coverage from you guys on the draft. Nailed it. All these names that we see the Bucs drafting. You guys were all over it. How are you, partner?
Good. Getting ready for a little Bolts action tonight. Hopefully, wearing this shirt will be the difference in the game. I always like to wear Bolts attire on their games, and when they win, I take credit because I wore the shirt.
Of course.
And when they lose, I pick the wrong shirt to wear. But I'm going
your fault.
Going with this one here. So
I wore my Dallas Stars Mike Modano sweater on the show yesterday, and that in no way helped the Stars last night. They got slobber knocked.
Picked the wrong shirt.
Apparently. What does Mike Modano know about hockey anyway?
Yeah, there's a lot of we will do our superstitions and wear our shirts and everything else, but the main thing we got to do tonight is show up and stand up. Are you going to the game tonight?
I'm not.
Okay.
I would love to, but I'm not. So.
Tickets ain't cheap. That's for
no,
damn
they're
sure.
not. No, they're not.
And
I'm looking for free
tonight.
tickets though. If anyone has free tickets,
if anyone would like to host Scott Reynolds, yes, absolutely. No, I'm with you, brother.
I will entertain you during the intermissions with draft talk. So just have me as your guest, and
be better what I'm doing. No, we're going to have a lot of fun tonight, and we are definitely, as a crew of the Lightning Vision crew, going to be trying to encourage our fans to stand as much as they possibly can during this game tonight. And if you are going to the game tonight, you are not allowed to tell anybody in front of you to sit down. If they stand up, you stand up.
Yeah.
And you yell and scream. All right.
There we go. I'm
the rest of the playoffs.
all about that. Yeah.
That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. All right. So just let's just go from a general thought on this entire draft. I think universally well graded by all the analysts. And for
Mel Kiper.
Mel was not happy.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, that's
He's so mad about Shadur Sanders from last year.
I wanted them to have a tight end. Their number one need was a tight end. And
our number one need was a tight end. Is that really what he said?
And because they didn't draft Kenyan Sadiq in the first round, he gave him a B-. It's like, did you not have Ruben Bain ahead of Kenyan Sadiq on your draft board, Mel? It's like. I love Mel Kiper. He's the original draft analyst.
Yeah.
I watch the guy religiously each year on ESPN. But it's like there comes a time when it's like,
you're out. You need to go to pasture.
Yeah, we saw it with Lee Corso. I'm just saying it's like how can you give the Buccaneers a B- because on your need list it was a tight end at number one. And they had a chance to get Kenyan Sadiq, but Ruben Bain was a higher graded player. An outside linebacker, also a need, also probably up there, more so than tight end. And the Buccaneers, we said all along, they wanted to get a tight end for their room for competition. They paid Cade Otton $30 million over 3 years. That's $10 million. He's tight end one. Right? They weren't going to draft Kenyan Sadiq in the first round. They just weren't. We didn't have Kenyan Sadiq because the Bucs' best bet at tight end because we knew they weren't going to draft him in round one. So, again, it just, if he wants to stand on that hill and die, okay, but it's like you're the only one who gave the Buccaneers that low of a grade.
Yeah. And the only one who I think actually thought tight end was a number one need. That's just
and it was wrong.
JP, you will attest that I have been crying for a new tight end for this team.
You're not a Kate Otten fan.
I was crying for Kenyon Sadiq, but that's not the number one need. Obviously, Ruben Bain was the better pick, and I'm not mad about it. I hate the contract they just gave Kate Otten because he's going to have more drops than dollars. But, it is what it is. Don't diss the gray. He's still mad about Shedeur Sanders is what's the problem.
Probably.
which is laughable. And it goes to obviously there are other priorities.
I mean, I get it. It's like I'm kind of starting to embrace my old man curmudgeon. I just turned 54. I kind of like it. Like, when you're not like in your 50s, it's like you look at the guy like why is that guy, get off my lawn, and old man yells at the sky and stuff, and it's like, but now I'm just embracing it. I get, it's like when we go out to eat and there's like a 15-minute wait, like, I'm hungry now, damn it, I don't want to wait, let's go to the bar, and I mean, I'm just serious, like I'm leaning into that. So like, I get it. Me too. It's fun.
Total lack of patience for everything.
Zero patience. I get it.
Scott, I just turned 55 earlier this month, and my kids know the grumpy old get off my lawn guy now. That's who I've become. As a matter of fact, case in point, one of my son's rooms is on the front of our house. He came running. He's 17. He came running into my room last week. He goes, "Dad, there's 2 squirrels in the front yard." I'm like, "So?" He goes, "Go yell at them to get off your lawn." I'm like, are you serious? Come on.
Yeah.
All right. So, what is your overall grade on this draft class? For need,
A for me. It's an A+. It's an A because sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, right? Yep. And the Jason Light haters and detractors will say, "Well, that's an easy pick." Howie Roseman has had some easy picks too, right? For the Eagles, I think the Ravens have lucked into more really good players over the years. Yeah. Even picking later to let the board come to them and just get a good player, You're like, God, how do the Ravens do it every year? They just let the board fall down to them and they pick the best player available, and it usually works out. It's why they're in the playoffs every year. Same with Philly. And so, you can't fault Jason Light for picking Ruben Bain Jr. just because he fell to him. I mean, there was some luck involved with Tristan Wirfs. You give Jason credit a little bit for trading up one spot to get Tristan Wirfs, but wasn't it luck that he was the 4th offensive tackle selected that year? What if Tristan Wirfs, if you redraft that draft in 2020, he's the 1st offensive tackle, right? So there was some luck that he fell down to 13. The Buccaneers traded up one spot to get him. Jason did his part, but that's what happens, man. It's like you need some luck sometimes, and he took advantage of it, and he nailed the 1st round pick. I would have loved to have seen this team get Jacob Rodriguez in the 2nd round, but as I said on our draft show, and no one was more crestfallen than myself, the official president of the J-Rod to Tampa fan club, when they didn't move up to get Rodriguez. And I knew that they liked Josiah Trotter. We had him as a Bucs best bet. And the reason why we had him as a Bucs best bet is because I knew that this team was probably not going to move up to get Jacob Rodriguez, which they didn't. And I also knew that Jacob Rodriguez wasn't going to be there at 46, which he was not. That's why we had Josiah Trotter as a Bucs best bet, not Jacob Rodriguez. And I had Bucs fans saying, well, wait a minute. You had Jacob Rodriguez as the 2nd round pick in your mock draft because in our mock, we had them trading down for Akeem Mesidor, picking up a day 2 pick, which then they would use to move up to get Jacob Rodriguez. That was the only path to getting Rodriguez, to trade up in the 2nd round to get him. And they didn't. And on our draft show, when Bucs fans were losing their mind, and I understand some of the hysteria that we played a role in causing. Right. Because we were all pro J-Rod and then, poo-pooing a little bit the Trotter selection. But I said, we have to wait and see who this team picks in the 3rd round and the 4th round, because I'm not sure, maybe a 4th round gets them up over Miami. Maybe a 3rd rounder would have got them higher, in the 2nd round. So we have to wait and see who they pick.
You wouldn't have that player, right?
Exactly. You wouldn't have Ted Hurst, you wouldn't have Keontae Scott. And we had Trevor Sickham on our podcast yesterday, and he said it best. If there's 2 worlds where it's Ruben Bain and Jacob Rodriguez, and then Keontae Scott, or Bain, Rodriguez, and Hurst with no Scott, Or I could have Bain, Trotter, Hurst, and Scott give me that one. And I agree with that one too, because they hit on the third and the fourth round picks as well. I think Scott was an absolute steal. We had Hurst as a Bucs best bet. We actually had 3 Bucs best bets. We hit at a 7.
Nice.
It's pretty good considering we only have 22 Bucs best bets, period.
Very nice.
So to me, I'm okay with Trotter. And here's why. I'm going to be doing a Pewter Pulse on this in a little bit, but just to give you all like a sneak peek of that. Pewter Pulses are my videos I do for Pewter Report TV. Josiah Trotter is a redshirt sophomore. He played 2 years of college ball. Started at West Virginia 1 year, Missouri the next year. 2-year starter. It's pretty good. Started as a redshirt freshman, right? Jacob Rodriguez wasn't a starter until his junior year at Texas Tech. And the last 2 years were phenomenal. But if you look at the numbers that J-Rod had by the time his sophomore year, and he played as a redshirt freshman and played as a sophomore, but Trotter's numbers were better after 2 years than Jacob Rodriguez, right? And why did Jacob Rodriguez numbers just blow up? Because he had 2 more years worth of experience, right? To get those numbers. Same thing with CJ Allen. CJ Allen played 3 years at Georgia, started as a true freshman, and then had 2 more years, right? But if you look at his numbers compared to CJ Allen's numbers by the time he was a sophomore, Trotter's numbers are actually better. And so my point is it's not fair to compare the 5-year career that Jacob Rodriguez had with all of the splash plays that happened during his junior and senior season, once he had a ton of experience, compared to a guy that only played 2 years. Now, there's no guarantee that Trotter's going to ascend and going to become that player that makes these splash plays and all that. But sometimes you need a little bit of time in the oven to develop. And that developmental time is going to come at the NFL level for Trotter. And
that's my only hiccup here.
That's right.
Because where's the evidence that the Bucs actually develop players?
Especially linebackers.
On the defensive side. On the defensive side.
Fair point. Yeah.
Linebacker. Yeah. I mean,
well,
did Devin White get better when he got here?
Devin White, the 2019 and 2020 versions were really good. And it justified.
Yeah, they were.
And they won the Super Bowl. Devin White's problems, well, I think were twofold. Number one, Mike Caldwell left right after the Super Bowl, or maybe it's after the 2021 season. But Mike Caldwell left. So there was a change there in coaches. Larry Foote took over that room, and you think, all right, well, Larry Foote played inside linebacker in the NFL. Maybe that's even a better fit, but it wasn't for whatever reason. Sometimes personality clash, sometimes whatever. I just think Devin White torpedoed his own career. It was just his ego, and he started.
I'm not going to blame it on coaching. I'm not going to blame that on coaching. But my point is, I haven't seen a lot of defensive players develop.
A little bit of leap of faith here with Trotter. Yeah. I get it, but
he needs to be. To your point, he's still a very, very much a piece of clay here.
Yeah.
So we have
just turned 21. I mean, literally just turned 21. The other thing too about Trotter is he's 240, and so Todd Bowles wanted to get bigger, and that checks that box. He's 10 pounds bigger than CJ Allen or Jacob Rodriguez. He has the ability to stack and shed. He can like take on the guard or center and literally shed him and fill the hole and make the tackle. So he helps out and run defense. And you've got a very, very good coverage linebacker next to him, Alex Anzalone. So we'll see. They also have a little bit of a safety net, not just with Servasi Dennis, but also with Christian Roseboom. So they have some options there. The cupboard isn't bare.
No.
We'll see what happens.
Scott,
and he's got some good mentors.
Go ahead.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Scott, was there not any concern with his, and I'm going back to last year's second round pick, Benjamin Morrison, with the injury history. And obviously they got unlucky with that this past season. Mm-hmm. He stayed hurt. Was there not any injury concern with Trotter? I mean, he missed all of 2023 with an ACL. He had a knee surgery at the end of last year.
He played two full seasons, really. So, I mean, I think that's kind of past him. Like Jamel Dean, when Jamel Dean was drafted by the Bucs, he had torn his ACL twice. He tore it once in high school, I think on one knee, and then the other knee in college at Ohio State before he transferred to Auburn. Right. And then he had plenty of injury problems after that, just not the ACL.
Just not the knees, yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I don't think outside of maybe a bruised knee, I don't think he had any knee problems. So Yeah, but if they draft him, they get the clear medical on that. And I think that was part of the reason why they didn't draft C.J. Allen was a little bit of a red flag there with the knee on the medical. Not enough to take him off their board. It just didn't have a second round grade on because of that, I think.
Perfect.
All right, what do you love about Ted Hurst? What's your favorite part about him?
We're at the Senior Bowl and we're watching defensive players because we knew this was going to be a defensive draft. And this guy from Georgia State keeps popping off against like top shelf talent. And, we weren't even really watching the wide receivers that much because remember at the time, it's kind of like probably going to re-sign Mike, right? I mean, that was really where the news broke at the Senior Bowl about maybe Mike Evans not re-signing with Tampa. And I was actually there talking to Tony Pauline, who actually broke the story and caused a stir at the Senior Bowl. And I remember talking to Tony about that. He gave me like the insight into why it was less than 50-50 Mike was going to return to Tampa. And I was like, oh, damn. Like, all right. And that's kind of like when we started buying into that because I had some intel that Mike might not return. And but it was there that he started blowing up and we just kind of saw him and then like, okay, well, looks pretty good. He's got some size. And then we go to the combine and he's the only wide receiver the Bucs had a formal interview with. We're like, okay, all right. Then we started really watching the tape and getting into it. And it's just like when Mike left, you need another X. There's only a handful of X's in this draft. He's one of them. And he's got an incredible size speed component. It's not just a vertical speed either. It's the yards after catch ability. He's got a second and third gear he can hit on those slant passes where he can literally just blow the doors off the barn. Like he can catch the 7-yard slant and take it 70 yards. And I'm not saying that's going to happen at the NFL level, but the speed is real. The size is good. And he might be a guy, and Matt Matera said this on the Peter Report podcast the other day, and I wholeheartedly agree. You got Chris Godwin Jr., you have Emeka Egbuka, you've got Jalen McMillan, some proven wide receivers at the NFL level. Even if this kid just kind of plays a complementary role as an X, he could finish his rookie season with like 25 catches for 350 yards, but like 5 or 6 touchdowns, right? With those coming in the lower red, like at the 3-yard line, at the 5-yard line, the 7-yard line, where Baker Mayfield wants that little jump ball alley-oop that he threw to Mike Evans that you're going to miss without a big receiver like this, where you can just ISO him on one side of the formation, one-on-one, and you go up and get it. And that's where Ted Hurst can play a major, major role. And think about this. Jalen McMillan was a complimentary rookie receiver as the 3rd-round pick. Finished with 8 touchdowns, right? Mm-hmm. Tez Johnson last year, right, was not supposed to play much at all, but had to due to injuries. Little Tez Johnson had 5 touchdowns as a rookie. Yeah. So Baker Mayfield is like, I will throw to rookies. I will throw touchdowns to rookies. I will throw to the open guy.
Normally they're on the number 3 or 4 corner.
Exactly. Usually the rookie receiver is the guy that's not getting all the attention. So here you got a guy with size, with contested catch ability. I can totally see him just mossing people down there in the lower red and catching those fade passes in the end zone. And even though the yards and the catch, components might not be great as a rookie, pencil him in for 4 to 6 touchdowns. Really big help for the Buccaneers and for Baker Mayfield this year.
Well, and he's the deep threat, right? I think he had 25 or 24 something passes of 20 yards or more last season. I think that was second or third in FBS. Mm-hmm. And then what I like about this pick is coming into it, he's in a really deep receiver room, right? Like, with Godwin, Egbuka, McMillan, you mentioned Tez Johnson. So I think you can kind of pick and choose where you want him to be, and he's not really under a lot of pressure to be. And there's going to be comparisons to Mike, of course, with his size, for sure. But he doesn't have to come in and be –
that's right.
The Mike Evans. He can be a rookie, and they can kind of pick and choose where they want to use him. So he's not under a ton of pressure. And I think for a guy like him, that's great.
Yeah, and if you're Baker Mayfield, like let's just fast forward a couple of years. Chris Godwin's gone, right? Eventually, I mean, he's 30 this year, be 31 next year, making $22 million a year, right? So at some point, he's not going to be at Red and Pewter anymore. And by then, your starting 3 receivers should be Emeka Egbuka in the slot, replacing Chris Godwin, Jalen McMillan on the outside at the Z, the flanker position, and your split end is Ted Hurst. Yeah. And then you've got Tez Johnson as that super sub who can come in as a skinny slot, or can, like in bunch formations, or play the Z receiver position on the outside and trade some reps with J-Mac. So, it's great for the future. It really is.
I think the number one thing we see now after free agency and the draft, as we look at this roster, is it has improved dramatically in the front seven, which I think you and I both put that as the number one priority in this offseason. Get bigger, get nastier, find more playmakers in your front seven. And for that, great. Listen, would I have rather had a Trey Hendrickson? Yeah, maybe. A more proven player in Devin Lloyd? Yeah, maybe. But and a younger player in Devin Lloyd, more splash. But those are decisions they didn't make. So now I look at this and I say, are they improved? Yes. No, across the board. You look at Bain, you look at Keontae Scott. I mean, there's a guy who I think is by the halfway through the season is going to be playing the slot. Yeah. Parrish is not big, but he's aggressive. He's nasty. I love Tyke Smith. This is going to free him up to do some more things. I just look at this defense now and I see there's a lot more attitude. There's a lot more size. And there's more, just more playmakers. Would you agree?
I totally agree. And Parrish might even beat out Morrison at the cornerback position.
I'm counting on that.
He was an outside corner at Kansas State. I mean,
I'm counting on that.
And even though he's 5'10", he's close to 200 pounds. I mean, he's got some size on him.
He's aggressive.
He's not a 5'10", 180-pound cornerback.
As is Keontae Scott. He's bigger.
There's nothing
and more
wrong
aggressive.
with that.
They look like linebackers.
Rondé Barber was 5'10", 180 pounds, right? So I'm not like knocking size, but Jacob Parrish is 192, 195, and he has some size. Keontae Scott is a fantastic nickel option, and also too, it gives Todd Bowles like a little bit of a mismatch there because he has some size. So if you're going against like a big slot like Drake London in Atlanta, right? They'll use that 6'4" receiver inside sometimes. You've got a little bit of a better matchup there, but if you run into a team that still kind of using that quick, shifty little slot, like think Wes Welker or Julian Edelman back in the day, you have Jacob Parrish, who's got incredibly fluid hips, who might even be a better matchup. So it just gives Todd Bowles another option in the slot. And then, Keontae Scott, he can also play some safety in the pinch too. So it's just another player there with speed that I think is going to cross-train, kind of like what J.J. Roberts did last year, cross-training between slot and safety. And I love that pick. I mean, the first four picks were great. I'm actually probably higher than most on DeMonte Capehart out of Clemson. We had him as a Bucs best bet at defensive tackle.
Great size and athleticism.
315 pounds, ran 4.85. And
I like the 34-inch vertical leap. Holy shit. For a 315-pound man.
He's an athlete. And what I love about this, too, is you have a guy that probably underachieved for all that athletic ability and size, right? Probably could have been more dominating than he was. You'd like to have seen more than just flashes here and there. You like to see a little bit of a longer highlight reel. I get that. But then he comes here, no pressure to start right away, which is great. And you put him in a room with 32-year-old Rakeem Nunez-Roches, 31-year-old Vita Vea, 31-year-old Ashawn Robinson. Those are grown men who are going to put their arms around this guy and say, "Listen, we're going to fast track you to becoming a pro really quickly."
Yeah. Well, Ashawn might try to beat his ass.
Yeah, exactly. Like, hey, you screwed up on this rep. I'm going to beat your ass. You're going to get back out there and do it the right way, right? I mean, that's what you love. That's what you want. And I feel like Capehart is going to be even better in Tampa Bay than he was at Clemson. This is an ascending player that when you have those veterans around him, I think are just going to accelerate his learning curve. So the Bauer Sharp pick was really solid. I think he beats out Devin Culp. Billy Schrauth might beat out
that pick. That's some good depth at guard. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, really solid draft. Yeah.
All right, we got Brian Bradley in the at the morning skate partner. I know you're going to watch this as you depart, but tell the folks real quick. Tell the folks real quick what you guys got going this week on Pewter Report.
Pewter Report TV. We had Trevor Sickham on yesterday. Watch that podcast. That was a great one. We have NFL. The NFL's Greg Cosell on today at 4:00.
Oh, nice.
Check that out. Man. We have another Greg. We're Gregging it up this week. We have Greg Allman talking NFC South and where the Bucs draft ranks with the Falcons, Panthers, and the Aints. That's going to come up on Thursday's show, tomorrow's show on Pewter Report TV, all live at 4 o'clock. You can watch the replays on Pewter Report TV, our YouTube channel. Josh Capo's column just debuted, his Capo's Cover 4 column on pewterreport.com. We're still having a lot of post-draft analysis on pewterreport.com. Make sure you follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram at Pewter Report. Go Bolts.
All right, partner. Go Bolts. Thank you, Scotty. Great stuff as always. All right, let's transition right into the morning skate. And there he is, Lightning Hall of Famer, Brian Bradley. All right. Game 5, brother.
How are you doing today? My volume good? Everything good?
Oh, you look fabulous. I see the towels behind you that will be waving tonight. Grab one and start waving it, Brad. Just there we go. There we go. This is how you do it, fans. You stand up the entire game and you just wave that sucker all game long. Man, this is going to be fun tonight, partner. Just this series has been as close a series as I've ever seen. Give me a reset on what you've seen so far. Oh, there's the ice. Who's out there?
Well, you know what? In net right now is Vazzy's on the ice. He's in net. Obviously, he's playing tonight.
Obviously.
You got actually Brayden Point's on the ice tonight. Gonzalez, Lilleberg, Datsu, Hedman's right here in front of us right now. He's going to the corner to get a puck. That's Victor Hedman right there. Passing it up. There he is going down low. Corey Perry, Yanni Gord. Connor Geeky just took a shot. They got it. Oliver Bjorkstrand's on the ice. Carl. Crozier's on the ice, the backup goalie. So, Savern. So, most of the guys are not skating today. I heard yesterday that everybody skated in Brandon except Brendan Hagel just for maintenance reasons. But the whole team skated yesterday in Brandon. I heard Brendan Hagel didn't skate, but, obviously he's got, 6 goals and assists. He's got 7 points in the playoffs.
He earned a break.
Games. Yeah, he earns a little break right now. So, let's talk about the games. So far, I mean, we always obviously 1 and 2. We won in overtime. JJ Moser with a fantastic goal in overtime.
Yep.
Then we go up there to Montreal. Games 3 and 4. I was at games 3 and 4. I mean, at game 3 we played okay. I mean, John Cooper said it was the worst game he thought we played in the playoffs. I agree with him. We only had like 17 shots, got all, I think 29 or 30 to 17. We lost in overtime when Lane Hudson had a bullet, but we weren't really in the game a lot. The guy who's been outstanding is Vasilevsky. He was great in games 1 and 2. Game 3, honestly, if Vazzy is in net, it's 6-2. We don't go to overtime.
Yep.
He's that good. He is outstanding in Montreal. Even the first couple games here, he's over the top good. So, I mean, you know what? He's been fantastic in net. But game 4, a must game. You can't go down to Montreal 3-1. Game 4, we ended up winning that, down 2-0 in the second period. And we're playing okay, not playing great. And then, we had some chances to score a physical game. Have a different lineup in there. They put Bjorkstrand in. They took Savern out. There's no one's going to fight. No one's going to fight Jack Guy. And, Josh Anderson's running around, but guys can kind of control him. And, we're down 2-0. They got a goal, a fluky goal. It bounced kind of off, their guy went into the net. And then they got a nice power play goal by, Caulfield.
Caulfield, yeah.
Yeah, it was a good goal. I mean, it was a really good goal. I mean, and then
the Crozier hit. Then the Crozier hit on Slavkovsky.
Yeah, the Crozier hit, kind of like, you know what? I don't care what anybody says. It was a clean hit. He actually smoked him at center ice. And then, you know what? It changed the momentum of the game.
Yep.
And you can say it does or it doesn't. It definitely did. The Crozier hit on Slavkovsky changed the mojo of the team. We got excited. The Montreal crowd was like, oh. And then he came back. I can't believe he came back that fast. I don't know what kind of concussion protocol they have in Montreal, but it doesn't look like they had much.
Smelling salts. That's all it is.
Smelling salts. They're supposed to get picked up by an independent doctor, which I call bullshit on that one. When he got up the ice, they showed the replay. He looked wobbly. So I don't know how he got cleared to play that fast. He was right back out. Was not a factor in the game at all at that point. And then, you know what? Besides that hit, with about a minute to go in the second period, maybe 2 minutes, under 2 minutes or so, Gensel had a great play behind the net, had some chances to score, gives it to JJ Moser up at the blue line, and JJ feeds a beautiful pass right on Gensel's stick for a one-timer into the net on his forehand, which is even harder to do. And he scores a goal to make it 2-1. Well, that just changed the game. We knew coming in the third period, the Lightning were back in it. The fans were kind of quiet. We scored a goal, and then we scored a goal to go 3-2. And then, then Hagel gets the goal, to go. It was just awesome to watch the whole thing happening in front of us. And you know what? Big win. Vazzy was good. I will say this. I thought there were some terrible calls, by the refs. And not just on the Lightning, but on Montreal. There was a couple calls. It's
too many ticky-tack calls.
Yeah, this is playoff hockey. I mean, honest to God, you're going to call that. Yanni Gord cross-checks the guy in the butt, and they call it penalty. It's like, you can call that every shift. And then, the one they call on Dominic James in front of the net, it's not a penalty, but they say it's a high stick to his face. There's no high stick on the play. We actually scored a power play goal on that one. But, if it's a penalty, like Josh Anderson is slashing guys behind the play, well, call that. What are they doing here? You know what I mean?
It's been a weirdly officiated. I kind of feel like with all the fisticuffs in the regular season that the league was like, all right, just start calling penalties on these guys. We got to clean this crap up. So now they're calling everything, and it's not playoff hockey. And I don't like it because it takes Kucherov off the ice way too much. And I think it's bad. The more special teams in this series, I think the worse it is for the Lightning. Is that fair or no?
Yeah, I don't know if that's fair. I think we're a better team 4-4, but I think
4-4,
I think you know what? Here's the thing. You know what? I think Vasilevsky's been unbelievable. I think our defense have been outstanding, pretty good. Our forwards, I mean, they're all over Kucherov, Hagel, Gensel, Cirelli, and outstanding. I think if we get some power plays, they're only good right now. This is the thing about Montreal that I am going to say here now. Montreal's awesome on the power play, but like us, but 5-on-5, they haven't proven anything to me in playoff hockey that they're good 5-on-5. Like nothing. And I'm going to knock on wood right now because we've dominated them 5-on-5. And I will say this, the difference in this series has been a factor of two people. And I think it's been John Cooper, unbelievable coach, started changing lines up, mixing guys around. It's like a bingo balls are coming out. Anthony Cirelli, who no one talks about, is shut down Suzuki's line. They are matching line combinations in Montreal. And it's not easy to do because you got to go on the ice for 30 seconds, 20 seconds. They change, he changes. They come out, he comes out. It's a really tricky thing to do, but Cirelli's been outstanding. And John Cooper's did a fantastic job, not only with matching lines in the bingo ball thing, but, given the power play in games 1 and 2, we were awful on the penalty kill. They've come up with a really good system to take that stuff away on Montreal now. And Montreal is getting very limited chances to score on their power play. They don't look good. And 5-on-5, the Suzuki line hasn't did anything with Caulfield and Sobolewski. They haven't did anything. They haven't even scored a goal 5-on-5. So,
it's the third line for Montreal that the Lightning are having problems with. 5-on-5.
Yeah. Well, and that happens sometimes because you know what? They're getting some chances to score playing against line 3 sometimes. But I like when he's moving guys around. And I'll tell you another factor in the game is, you know what? And I say this, but you know what? Kucherov and Point, when they play, we win. Yep. And you know what? Gensel, Hagel have been outstanding, but they're gamers. They're just like, they can play. Cirelli's been unbelievable, but I think another factor besides Point and Kucherov, they have to play. If they play, we win, just like Vazzy. And at the end of the day, Dominic James, that kid that's come back in the lineup, is awesome. He's brought speed and he's got grit. He's got tenacious. He's going to score some goals. Don't be surprised if the kid gets one tonight And you know what? Because Montreal does not have any clue how to stop him with speed. They're literally shitting in their pants there because he's coming so fast. He's coming so fast at them. They are backing up into their own zone. And that's creating a lot of time and space for that line. And you know what? Montreal has no idea. He's playing on a Connor McDavid level with speed. And they can't stand that speed. And that's why I said we got to play with pace. We got to play with speed to beat Montreal because they don't like to play that way. They're not like that, especially their defense. They can't handle that.
Brian Bradley joining us here, Lightning Hall of Famer. We got Game 5 tonight, series tied at 2. Huge game tonight. Brian, you were there in Montreal. I was there in 2004 when the Lightning were there, and it's one of the top 5 game experiences I've ever seen in my life. That place is absolutely bonkers. What was that like? And let's encourage the fans tonight to do a lot of standing and a lot of screaming to kind of give us a little bit of – because our home ice advantage, I'm not blaming it on the fans, it's not been great. It has not been great. And the players need to play better there tonight. The fans need to be better. We all need to be better. The intermission host needs to be better. Everybody needs to be better tonight.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. Like I will say this. When you go to Montreal, original 6, like Toronto, but maybe one up from Toronto, the crowd in Montreal at the Bell Center was over the top good. It was loud. It was noisy. When they were coming out of that tunnel, it was ridiculously loud. It was like 110 or 15 on the decibel reader. I mean, you couldn't even hear anybody talk or anything. But you know what? I love our fans. They've been great. I mean, you know what? Montreal's been to one. They've never won a playoff series in like 12 years. So we've been kind of spoiled here with the Lightning winning cups and all this stuff. So, you know what? We need a big 6 man on the ice tonight. We need to have the fans 100% behind us. They're great. When they get going down here in Tampa, this building rocks. And you know what? It's got to start right at the beginning of the game. When they come out through that tunnel, I want to see this roof at Benchmark International blow off tonight. And you know what? Let's get a big win tonight in front of our home fans and go back to Montreal and close this series out.
Love it.
You know, Jay, I don't know if you guys know or not, but I'm the owner of Totally Useless Stats and Trivia. But Jacob Dobish is trying to make history here in the series, boys. If he wins another playoff game, he will be just the 3rd Montreal Canadiens rookie goalie ever to win 3 games in the playoffs. Of course, Patrick Waugh had his run in 86 with 15 wins, which is ridiculous. And then Carey Price in 08 had 5. So he's in rare company here.
Listen to this one. I played in that series you're talking about.
Yeah.
They beat us 4-1, Calgary Flames. So Patrick Waugh, let me just say this. He's not Patrick Waugh. Right now.
No.
But he's not Patrick Waugh. I played against Patrick Waugh.
Sir, I played against Patrick Waugh.
You are no
Patrick Waugh.
Yeah, that's why he won 15 games and they won the cup as a rookie, and he won the Conn Smythe. So I was there to witness that whole thing. He won the cup for them, and that was the difference. And then the last time they won the cup was 93 when he was there.
Correct.
Before they had the big blow up with Montreal. But anyways, you know what? We you know what? I love Vazzy. I love the way the team's playing. I think John Tupers did a fantastic job with his coaching staff, not only on the power play, but the penalty kill, regrouping from there, line combinations. It's just, John is just such a smart coach. That's why he's going to be in the Hall of Fame, not only for just, he's just a great coach. And you know what? He's looking at the different things that they need to do to win. And that's why we have him. And that's why, you know what? He gives our team a great chance to win every night because he's doing stuff that I don't think other coaches. I think right now, I'm telling you right now, I think Marty St. Louis trying to figure out what the hell is going on here in Tampa. They've changed a lot of crap in their line combinations with Cirelli to Hagel to these guys to Dominic James. And I don't think they know what to do right now. And that's why I said, we got to be ready to go. We got to come out barnstorming tonight. The crowd's going to be behind us. And we got to light this place up at Benchmark International, kick some Habs ass. Let's go.
Absolutely.
Hey, Brian, how many career goals did you have against Patrick Waugh? Just curious.
I don't know. Not a lot. A few, but not a lot. You know what? I remember I was in the All-Star game in 93. He was there. We were on the same team, and we were shooting against him. And you know what? We were trying to score. It was like I had guys like Mike Modano and Messier, and I think Gretzky. There was a whole bunch of guys. We were all doing shootouts at the end of the morning skate in the All-Star game, and I think he stopped everybody. And it's like, can you just let one guy score one?
No.
he's in a different level, that guy. But
the worst thing I ever saw in my hockey life was him win a cup with Colorado.
Oh yeah,
I hated it.
those were good. They had a good team back then. They had a lot of great players. But like I said, Patrick was the Hall of Fame goalie all around. Yep. And you know what? But like I said, you know what? Tonight's going to be a special game. It'll be interesting. Here's my last thought on tonight's game. I will be interested to see how the bingo balls fall with Coach Cooper right now. Okay. Yeah. Here's my thought. I think potentially Datsu's back in the lineup.
Yes.
The defenseman. He's been out for a week. I think he's going to be cleared to play. I think he's going to play tonight, maybe. We're going to see. But maybe John Cooper goes with 12, 7 defensemen and 11 forwards. You know what I mean? But I don't know. We'll just wait and see what the line combination. If I'm looking at the ice right now, I think I just got the answer to my question. Bjorkstrand went off the ice. I think Datsu's out. I think it's the same lineup as we had in Game 4. Crozier's in. I don't think they're changing anything right now because I think all these other guys are going to skate in the corner. So I think Datsu's out. I think we're going the exact same lineup as we did in Montreal in Game 4. So I got the answer to my question watching the morning skate right now. So
there we go.
I think we're doing the same thing because I heard Datsu was back in, but you can't take Crozier out. What a great hit he did on the guy.
Unbelievable. And he played well.
That was a game changer. That was a game changer. So I think right now they got Hedman skating, they got Datsu skating, and they got Carl skating. So I think these guys are all out right now.
We don't think Hedman's coming back, right?
No, he's not coming back, I heard. Yeah. But anyways, that's what I think. I think we got the same lineup as we did in Montreal with Crozier in. Outstanding hit, smoked the guy. I like that too. He's so smart with the puck. Makes terrific plays. So see what happens right now. But that's it. I think that's the exact lineup we're going with because these guys are all skating right now and they're not going to play tonight. So
all right, Brad, it's great stuff, my man. I will see you tonight. We'll get the crowd fired up, and it's going to be super fun. This is what the hockey's all about. Game 5, tied at 2. Here we go. Thanks, partner. Appreciate it.
See you, boys. Have a great day. Go Bulls. Over and out.
Go Bulls.
Yeah, Game 5 situation.
Hang on. That's supposed to be for later. Sorry about that. I don't know what something funny you're going to get a kick out of is what it is.
All right. We'll see. As far as lineup changes go tonight, I think we kind of settled on something there in Game 4. And we said this before the series. As the series goes on, I think the Lightning have an advantage just because of experience. That's where experience comes in, experience in coaching, getting the matchups you want. Obviously, they'll have the last change tonight, so it'll be a little easier for Coop to get the matchups that he wants. And I think another thing, and somebody just Michael LaRue just put this up. Brandon Hagel is in. This dude is a game time decision. We'll see who's out there. But the bottom line is a couple things have developed in this series. Number one, Brandon Hagel has established himself as the emotional and heartbeat of this team. And you need a leader like that, right? You need your William Wallace when you're going into the battle like this. And he has brought this team in on the bench, on the ice, everything. 6 goals. He's been phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. So you got, and that's something that I don't know we've had over the last couple of years, right? Yeah. That guy who's going to just drag you into the game, drag you into the fight, be that fearless leader. So I think that's developed. Vasi has clearly dominated this series, and I think they're probably Montreal maybe a little bit in their own heads about how to beat this guy at this point because he's just been phenomenal. I think to Brian's point, I think Marty's searching a little bit like what's going on here. And as that goes on, maybe he second-guesses himself a little bit. I think the physical play that the Lightning have, the constant leaning and bashing, and as Brian said on his last hit last week, after the whistle, just a shot here, a shot there. That's playoff hockey. I think that's starting to wear on them. So, I think Montreal was the better team the first 3 games. We got that. We stole one in game 2. That dominant overtime performance, third period performance, and then coming back with that comeback and the big hit kind of turned the series. So now tonight you got to really take the series by the throat. This is, game 7s are the ultimate. Obviously, this is as close to a game 7 as you can get. It's, the numbers I think are 78, 80%. The team that wins game 5 in a tied series goes on to win it. Yep. It's just a huge freaking game. And the Lightning have played in many of these. They played in many of these. This core has played in many of these, and the Montreal Canadiens have not. Yep. And that's supposed to matter. It's supposed to matter, so we'll see if it matters tonight. And I think it will. We got a super chat.
When you get late into these series, JP, I've been saying it the whole series. It really comes down to coaching, man, and it's a chess game. And right now, I still give the advantage to John Cooper.
Yep, absolutely. All right, Alex Nunn has a super chat. Thank you very much, partner. $5. Great Rays game last night. Meet 4 Rays players, including Aranda, and I met Ryan Bass too. LFG, Rays, and Bolts. Yeah, Ryan did an awesome thing the other night with that little girl. It's getting a lot of play, and rightfully so.
Oh, they were talking about it here locally on the fan. They did a whole segment about it. Yeah. So yeah, I mean it's getting a lot of airplay.
Really well done. So. Yeah, and we still have to deal with the villain in this. We got to go find that. Ryan's got to go find that guy and publicly shame him.
So when I was listening, and I hadn't heard this before.
He's too nice a guy, though. Only I would do that.
So when I was listening to Sean and RJ here on the fan talking about it, I think it was yesterday morning. So they said later in the game, a couple of innings later, that the guy went and gave the ball to the girl. And I hadn't seen that anywhere else. And I'm like, after he had like an hour to think about it. Like, that doesn't count.
After turning on his social media and going, you've seen everybody.
Dude, I guarantee you that's what happened. Like, he was getting text messages from his buddies like, dude, you are arch enemy number 1 right now.
You better go give that ball back. But it's too late. It's too late. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, he does not get credit for that. It's too late.
No, you can't undo that. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back on the other side, and I want to get into a little bit more of the Joshua Wostall bullshit from this morning. Rays on the field. Johnny Gerber is going to join us, talk about the Cadillac little golf action this weekend. We'll get some bets in on that. I believe Big O may be joining us at the end of the show, talk a little bit more Rays. So lots more coming your way here on the JP Peterson Show. Don't go anywhere. We're brought to you by the great folks at Riveters, your number 1 sports bar here in Tampa Bay. If you're looking for a place to watch the Lightning game tonight, you're not going to the game, it's a great place. You can watch baseball in the afternoon. You can watch hockey at night. Just stay there the whole day. There's no reason to leave. There really isn't. Because you can eat there. They have bathrooms. They don't have showers that they know of. I think that's next door. But you can do everything else there that you need to do. So head on over to Riveters and tell them JP sent you. Back in 3. Pitch Roofing believes giving back is part of doing business the right way. That's why they proudly offer exclusive discounts to those who gave the most to our communities, including veterans, first responders, seniors, and teachers. And for listeners of the JP Peterson Show, there's even more good news. Pitch Roofing is now offering a special discount just for fans of the show. With so many roofing companies coming and going in Florida, it's important to choose a contractor you can count on long after the job is done, especially when it comes to honoring your warranty. Pitch Roofing is built for the long haul with a reputation for quality, transparency, and standing behind their work. Whether it's a repair or a full replacement, their team delivers honest guidance, quality workmanship, and no high-pressure sales. Call 727-67-PITCH, 727-677-4824, or visit pitchroofing.com to schedule a free estimate.
Pitch Roofing, roofing done right.
As the Rays enjoy being back in their Tropicana field home this season that was ravaged by Hurricane Milton, Italiano Insurance wants to remind us all how important it is to be properly insured. 40% of you are underinsured. That can mean financial disaster. Let the experienced and friendly agents at Italiano shop your policies for the best price and the right coverage. Italiano saved me over $1,000 on our auto insurance last year, over $500 on our homeowners insurance. They can do the same for you. That's a grand slam. Might as well get a double play by adding flood insurance and business insurance to your portfolio. Cost less than you think, and trust me, you do not want to risk your home or personal wealth. That's a whiff. So step up to the plate and call 813-877-7799 and chat with our all-star agents at Italiano Insurance, or call our Boca Grande office at 941-964-0400. Hey guys, you already know that Riveters is the best sports bar in all of Tampa Bay, but now it gets even better for Rays baseball season. During all Rays games, check this out, $6 Tito's, $6 Jack, $6 margaritas, all during Rays games. Are you kidding me? And that's always a great pour from the great bartenders at Riveters. Great service, great food, everything is fresh, nothing is frozen. And let me tell you, if you want baseball and wings, you will not find any better than Riveters. Their sauces, like the blue cheese and the ranch and everything, is handmade, and the wings are big and they're perfect. Wings, baseball, Rays, Riveters. It all comes together during baseball season. Once again, in addition to all the great food and service, you get $6 Tito's, $6 Jacks, $6 margaritas. It's time to celebrate. Baseball season is back, and celebrate at Riveters. You know where it is, right there on Dale Mabry, just north of 275, just south of the stadium. See you there at Riveters. It's Diamond Days at the Golden Diamond Source. Celebrate April's birthstone, which is diamonds, as they take center stage. Up to 20% off the diamond jewelry throughout the month of April. And don't forget, you can trade in your broken or old jewelry towards something new and beautiful. Gold prices are at a record high. Now is the best time. And by the way, they only sell natural diamonds at the Golden Diamond Source. It's real love. It should be real natural diamonds. Don't start your relationship with a fake diamond. Really, really bad idea. And for the Golden Diamond Source first-time buyers, they are going to teach you all about the 4 C's and all the different shapes and styles. They are able to show you a huge selection of inventory to choose from. And by the way, you can trust them. They've been in business for over 40 years. Don't buy something online. You have no idea what you're getting. 0% financing for up to 5 years. Make sure it's a Golden Diamond Source diamond. 3800 Ulmerton Road. Always online at goldendiamond.com. Hey, JP here for Genesis of Tampa and the Murphy Auto Group. I think the best way to experience a business is to use that business. And I just did at Genesis of Tampa. Just bought a GV70, a 2023, and it feels and drives all new. It's an absolutely fantastic car. The technology, the comfort, and the price, absolutely outstanding. Frankly, I never thought I could get into a car like this, but they made me a deal I could not refuse. And I also get the VIP service where you can just drive right up, their pit stop service. They'll top off all the fluids, make sure your air in your tires is good, new wipers if you want them. If you need extended service, they will come to you, bring you a courtesy car, and then bring your car back. What more do you want? The experience was just VIP all the way. And you can get that at Genesis of Tampa. And don't forget, you can get extended warranty, which I did. So I have worry-free miles up to 100,000, and all they do is just take it in. Actually, I don't have to take it in. They come to me. It's perfect. It's Genesis of Tampa right there, 801 East Bears Avenue, right off of 275. Go see them and tell them JP sent you.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show, brought to you by the great folks at Italiano Insurance. Hey, listen, if you're getting your homeowner's bill and it's going up, auto insurance bill, everything's going up. Everything's going up, right? Well, there are companies that come into the marketplace that may offer some lower rates, and you're going to have to go out and scour the internet to find them, or you just call Italiano Insurance, 813-877-7799, and they will set you up. They'll do all the work. They'll scour all the companies for you. They'll find you the right price. They'll find you the right company. And not only that, they'll get you all the discounts that you're entitled to. Many of you don't know about those discounts, especially when it comes to homeowners insurance, even auto insurance. So let the experts do all the work. You get all the benefits. Italiano Insurance, 813-877-7799. All right, partner, little baseball chatter here. My favorite pitcher, Nick Martinez, once again, who I stumped for often.
I love how you come around on things that I talk you into.
Clearly, I was wrong about that. Worth every penny. He was fantastic yesterday. Absolutely fantastic as they get a 1-0 win. Aranda with the RBI single. One of the things I love about where the Rays have come in the past couple of weeks is like the first few weeks, it was a clown show. It was a carnival in terms of defensive play. And maybe that had a little bit to do with Carson Williams at shortstop. Mm-hmm. And I think since, Taylor's come in, he's just kind of settled everything down. And defensively, Williamson has been fantastic as well. But that middle is just really, really good. I think we need to get a little better throwing base runners out. That's on the pitchers as well. I think eventually Cedric Mullins is going to go by the wayside. And that's a place where this team can improve dramatically offensively. There's just a lot of room for this team to grow, and they just keep stacking wins. The bullpen has improved tremendously. Now Seymour almost gave it away last night, but Soldier came in, and I think Cash and Snyder are doing a really good job of finding those high leverage moments. Baker's been great. So, and they're doing this without Pepio. They're doing this without Clevenger. They're doing this without some of their better players, and who have been especially in the bullpen. So there's room for this team to grow, and they just keep stacking wins, and I absolutely love it. Absolutely love what we're seeing on the field.
Yeah,
Thoughts,
never
Timmy?
saw this coming, right? Never saw this coming. When we talked about the team just sort of being, I don't know, the way it looked on paper, just sort of thrown together, right? Like you didn't really have any answers. You had Chandler, obviously, that we thought we knew that how they were going to use them, but apparently we didn't. And then this pitching staff, you just, with injury concerns now, and you just, I'm shocked at what they're getting out of it. How much of this do we attribute to Kevin Cash? Because I had zero confidence heading into the season that Kevin Cash knew what the hell he was doing.
Well, it seems like, as we talked about the other night when, he pinch ran for Caminero, and that all worked out. You stayed with Valade, righty on righty. It just feels like Cash is getting a little bit more leeway to be a manager. To be a manager, not these automatic right hand, left hand, got to go to Fraley type things. Like it's starting to feel like he's got a little bit more autonomy in what he's doing. I might be wrong. I don't know the inner workings. We're not, on the telephone there with him. So it kind of looks like that. And the team's playing with confidence, and they're playing, especially winning these close games. That's what O's talked about all year long, is like, this is a team that's going to have to win, 4-3 games, 3-2, and win a lot of them. And that's what they're doing now because the bullpen's not giving up the booty anymore. So they've kind of evolved into a much better team. Now, again, I'm not sitting here looking like, oh, this is going to be a juggernaut. I think it's just going to be this way all year long. Yeah. But if you could stay 7, 8, 9, 10 games over 500, you're going to make the playoffs. And then anything can happen. Especially
you need a hiccup from the Yankees right now, and you need them not to be playing the Rangers. You can't beat them. And you could be right there, Yeah.
All right, let's get to some of the comments here. Alejandro says, good morning, JP and Timmy. The Rays are looking better and better every day, and what a win last night to win the series. Nick Martinez, all jokes aside, actually does look like he could get a Cy Young. I ain't going Cy Young, but I don't care. This guy's been absolutely nails. He's been fantastic.
Oh, I'm going Cy Young. I'm full Cy Young on him. Just wait.
Go put some money down on that. The Rays defensive bullpen really came through, Alejandro says, during the game, especially Kelly getting out of bases loaded jam. Junior gave me a scare, but Cash said he's okay and will probably be in the lineup today. Yeah, with all this hockey stuff going on, it's hard to see a baseball player get, hit in the mouth with a baseball off the plate, and then he's got to leave the game. I'm not questioning the man's toughness at all. It's probably more the Rays making him sit down, but because feels like he wanted to stay in the game, but whatever. Yeah. That was a tough one. That's got to hurt. It's got to hurt.
Boy, and I'll tell you, I obviously didn't have access to the game yesterday, but all of the social media posts and stuff from ESPN, all my alerts and CBS Sports on my phone, I would have thought that Junior Caminero had a collapsed cranium, and he died on the field. I was like, what in the hell is happening right now?
Yeah.
And then I go and I look at the footage of it, and I find it finally, and I'm like, oh, all right, he'll be fine. But like they were making it sound like, oh my God, we have a near death on the field.
Yeah, I mean, what does that equal to in hockey? Getting hit in the corner and an elbow coming up?
Getting your jugular sliced by a skate blade in the crease?
I don't know about that. Alejandro also adds, hope the Lightning were able to come up and get the job done at home, and let's get a win. Glad the Bruins were able to beat the Sabres last night to make it 3-2. Hope they come back and win the series. Well, we're just hoping that thing goes 7. I don't know if I want to play Buffalo or Boston. I don't know if I prefer one over the other.
Well, it's going to be Buffalo, right?
We don't know that. When it comes down to it, that was a close game last night, obviously, going to overtime, and Pasta getting the game winner. I think Buffalo's a little better team, so I would probably rather play Boston. But I just want it to go 7 games, beat the hell out of each other. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
What else we got here? Alejandro says, I hope Orlando could do something special tonight and outplay the Pistons because I would like to see the Magic go far. What a great day for our local sports, and hope every team gets a win today. Listen, an 8 beating a 1 is rare. And this Magic team has been, we thought it would be better and would build on last year. And then just the injuries this year absolutely collapsed them. Mm-hmm. But now they're playing some really, really good basketball. And I don't know if the Pistons are, if this is just a bad matchup for them, but this can really be a turning point for the Magic franchise. Who we talk about them, we like them, and this is our NBA team. And they're just 70 miles down the road. This is our group, and they're still beat up a little bit. I don't know if what's his name who got hurt, the German guy. Help me.
I'm thinking. Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Franz Wagner. So I don't know if he's playing tonight, but we'll see because he hit some big shots the other night as well. Devin Garnett. Good morning, Devin. Said, good morning. Can't wait to hear JP go off on Wolstall's interview on WDAE this morning. You threw out some explosive accusations. I did not hear it, but from what I'm reading on social media, neither of the hosts, Pat or Aaron, really challenged him on his accusations, which is sad. Mm-hmm. I mean, again, I don't have a problem with him going on, but if he's going to go on, the host should be prepared and have their facts straight and be ready to refute some of this bullshit. I mean, if you're going to say these guys don't have the money, back it up. Back it up. With what? What do you got? If you're going to say they're lying and they don't have any money and this is a big fraud, I mean, those are explosive allegations for an elected official to make about some very high-standing people in this community.
Yeah, if you're going to slander a public official, at least be able to back it up.
Well, they're not. It's a public official slandering this ownership group.
Yeah.
Say, Mr. Babby lied. Okay, what did he? If I'm the host, well, what specifically did he lie about?
Right.
Oh, the memo of understanding he said was coming out, and it came out 4 or 5 days later. Really? That's a lie, or is that just kind of the evolution of how things work when you're dealing with something like this? Oh, we got to change this. It takes time to develop these things. Sorry, it didn't come out right on the day that he said it might come out.
Right.
I mean, come on now. That's the lie. And then saying, to say that these guys don't have their part of the money. I mean, that's an explosive allegation. You better back that up. And without backing it up, you're basically saying these guys are a bunch of liars and a bunch of fraudsters. They don't have any money. They're lying to us at every turn. I mean, that's bullshit.
And that they duped Major League Baseball too, by the way.
I mean, but this is also the station that shilled for Stu Sternberg for how long and enabled him to do to carry the stadium saga out as he's done. The local media that has supported Stu Sternberg, and I didn't support him when I was over there. And they did come to me while I was on the air and say the Rays aren't happy about the things you're saying about Stu Sternberg, that he's lying about things. Well, tell him to stop lying. That's not my fault if he's going to. And he was lying, and I brought specifics to the table about what he was saying, what he was doing. And yes, Major League Baseball finally caught on and kicked him out of baseball. But that doesn't change the fact that that station and the newspaper and a lot of others shilled for Sternberg for years, enabling him to commit fraud on his partners, allegedly. He had to settle the lawsuit, didn't he? Yep. And all the things, and to get to the point where no public officials would trust the guy or work with the guy. So Major League Baseball had to get him out, and you supported him at every turn. 620, and now you're dragging this guy on, this grandstanding politician, and not even challenging him when he makes these incredible accusations, except putting it out on social media. Oh, explosive allegations. Well, did you challenge him on it? Did you ask him what proof he has that they don't have any money to pay for their half? Did you ask him specifically what Ken Babby lied about? Evidently, no. I haven't heard the interview. I don't know, but from social media saying they didn't challenge him on any of it. Well, of course, if you don't know your facts and you haven't covered the story and you don't go to the commission meetings and don't read all the stuff like I do, you probably wouldn't know. But you get your clicks. So I guess that's the whole point of the whole thing, right? It's just
what it's all about.
Clicks. Yeah. Listen, if you're going to come with accusations, and it's just so obvious that this dude is just a grandstanding politician. I mean, and he's using this moment to get his name out there and go on every show and make these explosive comments. That's irresponsible as an elected official. Completely irresponsible. And more than that, you're poisoning the water on something that could just be a tremendous opportunity for Hillsborough College to get a new campus, for us as Rays fans to get a new iconic stadium well located, for 12,000 people to get great full-time jobs, for the city to turn $1 billion of investment into $2.8 billion in tax revenue coming back, to get $75 billion, 55 to 75, depending on which study you want to believe, of economic impact. And you're not only holding this up, Joshua Wostall, and all these benefits that can come to the city and the county and all the tourism that comes with it. We are a tourist economy. And you're poisoning the water with baseless accusations? Shame on you. If you're against it, I get it. There should be scrutiny of this. Absolutely, 100%. It's a lot of money we're talking about here. But to make these baseless, inflammatory, and dare I say, slanderous allegations against men in this that have done a lot of good in this community, the Dan Doyles of the world, the Will Weatherfords of the world, Fred Ridley, Mike Murphy, Patrick Zalupski, Bill Cosgrove, Ken Babby, all the stuff that these guys are putting in, and you're slandering him like that without any tangible proof that I can see. So you're telling me Major League Baseball vetted this group completely and allowed them to buy this team, and they don't have any money to fulfill their obligations. That's what you're telling me. And they can't find more investors to come up with the money. That's what you're telling me. Based on what? Bring some proof. Or you just want to, grandstand to be the man. Oh, well, I'm protecting the public. Are you protecting us from what? This great opportunity? You want to be the face of you want to be the face of we lost the Rays because of this guy? You think that's really going to help your political aspirations? You think you're really helping out the people of West Tampa when somebody's about to dump $8 to $10 billion and employ plumbers, electricians, many of those people who are your constituents that live in West Tampa? You think that's all? This is what you were meant to do as a politician? I would suggest you do a little bit more scrutiny on the benefits of what could come to West Tampa. Man, that's something. Again, I haven't heard the interview. Again, when politicians are saying stupid shit like that, May God have mercy on your soul for supporting this. Do you think there's maybe something you should scrutinize about them and what their agenda is? That's just buffoonery. That's cartoonish. To be doing stuff like that for something that is so important and to making baseless allegations, I don't know.
Seems sketchy.
Yeah. Nathan Stout says, WDAE giving Wostall 20 minutes to bash the Rays was awful. The host didn't even question him. Then WDAE had Doug Wechter on right after. Doug is a better man than I. I wouldn't have done the interview. No, Doug's a good man. And he just wants to talk baseball, and that's his job. And I appreciate that from him. He doesn't get messed up in all this bullshit. That's my job. What else we got here? I want to try to stay on topic, but we can do the other stuff. Brandon Weed says Wostall has officially become an idiot, and I voted for him. Never again.
Ouch.
Wostall just posted they are coming for our property taxes. Bold-faced lie. Bold-faced lie. Is it bald-faced lie or bold-face? I think it's bold-face, isn't it?
I think I said bald face when I was little because my dad had a weird West Texas accent, but I don't know.
Danny Boy says it's BS really from Wostall here. He said, I think they'd probably be able to pressure the commissioners to vote yes on the memorandum of demand, some memorandum of understanding, and then it will die later on as they aren't able to produce some of the material. Well, listen, if that's the case, then the deal will die. If they can't come up with the money and they can't come up with the agreements that they should, then the deal will die. But to let the deal die because we're not going to do a memo of understanding in order to secure the state funding for Hillsborough College, which that special session is coming up May 12th.
JP, breaking news. Bald-faced lie is the preferred traditional phrase for an obvious, shameless lie, though bold-faced lie is widely used and accepted. Both terms describe an audacious untruth, but bald-faced is considered more accurate in formal writing to mean naked or undisguised, replacing the older term bare-faced. So there you go.
Oh, good.
Thanks, ChatGPT.
I love going to origins of saying.
Oh, me too.
That.
We got some weird ones.
Man, bear, pigs. Nice name. It said 6:20 a.m. is painful to listen to. I'd rather listen to Bubba. Love your show, JP. I love Bubba. Oh. Yeah, a very good conversation in the morning. And he does a lot of sports, by the way. Does a lot of sports. Better than the other guys, without question. Algie says, I love the sharp pick, tight end. So yeah, we got a tight end. No?
Yeah.
What are you complaining about? What else we got here?
Kate Otton's days are numbered.
Chris Cole says, speaking of radio, WDAE is a joke and shouldn't even be allowed to be called the Tampa Bay sports radio station. But listen, they got a lot of credible people over there that have coached a long time in leagues, been on television for a long time as a journalist and won a lot of awards. They've got a lot of guys over there that have, played the game and know what they're talking about. They got a lot of guys over there who have worked as columnists for a long time and have a long. Oh, wait a minute. No, they don't have any. I'm thinking, they don't have any. Timmy, like in Dallas, like the number one sports station, do they have any like ex-players or coaches or columnists or TV guys that are on?
Oh, a lot of columnists and TV guys, and then we don't have any hosts that are ex-athletes, but we have regular occurring segments on pretty much all of the major shows with those guys. So yeah. And then there's me.
Yeah. And I'm not saying you have to have the, obviously, but I just think it would add to
JP, we have more ex-athletes on the
them.
air at FanStream Sports than WDAE does.
They get a lot of good guests, though. I will give them that. They do. What else we got? David Terry says, I want to hear that effing roof come off tonight, so you have to call Pitch Roofing. I love that. Love that.
Way to integrate.
Yes, that's how you do it. Michael LaRue says Hagel is in. As Edouard Destu is a game time decision. We shall see.
What's his injury? Or is he just he's not just a healthy scratch, right? Destu?
Yeah, he got the elbow to the head.
Yeah, he got banged up. Yeah,
he got concussed. But to Brian's point, I don't think we had the Montreal doctors checking the.
Skip some smelling salts.
Win tonight and close it out in Montreal. That would be epic, says Chris Cole. It would. Yeah, Uceda can be our best relief pitcher, and he's not even back yet. Hopefully he will. Starting rotation, says Alex Nunn, has been lights out. I said what I said. Mike H said
that's in poor taste when we're discussing concussions, by the way.
That's right. Big O predicted this team would be scrappy and a thorn in the side, says Mike at 1242. Yes, he was right. I was wrong about Nick Martinez. I was wrong. See that?
Cy Young.
JP, I was there. It was a hard hit on Caminero. I'm not saying it wasn't hard to hit, but like to Timmy's point, I thought he was, like hitting the head with a line drive or something or a pitch.
Right.
I mean, far be it from me. I mean, come on. He's a tough guy. I get it. But I bet it was more the Rays wanting him to come out than him, to be honest with you. Jeff Sutler says, Tim, that video with Sporting Goods Bolts Habs video is hilarious, but I think it's from Montreal site. Am I correct?
Yeah, so JP, a friend of mine from Montreal sent me a link to this, and this is how we'll go ahead and play it. This is how Montreal fans think that this series is going.
Come on now. That's good stuff.
So great.
I think both fan bases feel like this series has been poorly officiated.
Probably so.
I think that's fair. But if both teams are upset, then it's probably pretty close, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there have been bad calls, but it's been bad calls on both sides, I would say.
For sure.
Nathan South said, I had ChatGPT render photos of the Trop being converted for Bucs games when Ray J is remodeled. Added stadium seats in center field and cannons in the 300 level. Seats 55K. It would be nice to have AC. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Oh,
well,
wow.
You know what? It'd be better than Camping World.
Yikes.
That's for damn sure. Yeah, that would be interesting. I wonder if we could actually
Why can't they go play at the new USF Stadium? That'll be finished.
It only seats like 33.
All right. Well, that seems like a regular Bucs attendance then.
Oh,
it's too hot. It's too humid. I want to go sit outside.
Bucs fans get so spoiled. In a September game and it's 72 degrees. They'd be like, yeah, screw RJS. This is it. I wouldn't blame them.
All right, here we go, JP. I think we just figured out what we're going to do with the Trop once the Rays move. They're just going to make it the new Bucs home. All inside.
Maybe. I wouldn't, honestly, I don't know. I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Poor Ray J.
Well, you know what, though? We can do better. Like this whole idea that I don't know where we came up with this idea that we're I guess Stu just brainwashed everybody into thinking we're some small market, like we can't afford it. We can't afford all three sports. Oh. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? We don't have to be to the point where, we're filling the stadiums every game is a sellout. We don't have to do that, even though it is at Benchmark International Arena. The Bucs are not selling out, but they're pretty damn close. And the Rays are averaging 20,000 this year. Shocking to bone.
Can you imagine Tropicana Field hosting a Super Bowl, JP?
No. I can't imagine it host. I mean, when they played like the Gasparilla Bowl there, rinky dink, man. It was really, really rinky dink. But I mean, if you put some money into it and, you filled the upper deck and, put some center field. Send me that AI. Did you post that? Nathan Stout, can you send that to us? Render those photos.
I'd love to see it.
Yeah, email me.
You can text it to the FanStream Sports Studio text line 214-937-0569, and I can pull it from there.
Yeah, we can have some fun with that. Or if you put it on social, let us know where.
We'll go find it.
Danny Boy says Wostall is desperate. JP, we all see right through his BS. I agree. Weather's a little rainy for today's matinee in Cleveland. Do we have lineups yet, by the way?
I can look for you.
So people are talking about Diana Rossini has the best legs in the biz.
Gross. Get that off of here. She's disgusting.
Listen, we haven't talked about this much, Timmy, because I really don't care about people's sex lives, to be quite honest. I don't care.
But you care about the media business.
Yeah, obviously. Listen, but here's the thing, Timmy. You think she's the only one?
Oh, God, no.
No. She ain't the only one, and it's not just women, it's men. I'm not banging on the ladies for this.
I mean, how do you think I got this position, JP? I had to sleep my way here.
Yeah, obviously. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes y'all don't want to know about. But, I'm just not getting into it. I'm just not. All right, here's our lineup for today. All right, Simpson leading off. Caminero's back in there. In the 2-hole, Aranda. In the 3-hole, Diaz. This is my favorite lineup, by the way, by far. Mm-hmm. Fraley, except Mullins is in there. Fraley.
Could be Christopher Morel.
Yeah. Oh, ouch, babe. Well, the numbers aren't much different.
No, they're really not. They're not.
Actually, Mullins' numbers are worse. Palacios playing second base. Fadusha will be catching today. Taylor Wall. So going up against Gavin Williams, right-hand pitcher, 4-1, really good. 3.28, 44 strikeouts.
44 Ks, man. Mm.
Yeah, going up against Drew, Super Drew, the Ginger, 2-0 with 2.45, 26 strikeouts. All right, go for 7 in a row.
Go put some money on Drew Rasmussen for the Cy Young. You were at plus 6,000 right now, JP.
Yeah, I think you can get a couple of those guys, right?
Yeah. All
right,
Nick Martinez is not on our betting slate. I've looked everywhere. He's not even on any.
Really?
So no, can't find him.
All right, we got to take a break. We'll come back. Johnny Gerber is with us to talk about the Cadillac coming up this week. We got a signature event in golf.
Gross.
And we're going to make some money. So stay tuned for that. We're brought to you by the great folks at Genesis of Tampa. I cannot tell you how much I love my Genesis GV70. Ashley drove it for the first time the other day, and she's like, wow, this thing drives so smooth. I know.
Let her drive your new car? What the hell, JP?
Absolutely. Yeah. Hers was in the shop.
Women can't do things.
Well, on that note, go on over to Genesis of Tampa and tell them JP sent you. Test drive the GV70. I saw a GV80 in front of me today, that black matte paint. Oh, man, that looked good, and really sweet rims. Go on over there and see the incredible vehicles they have there, the value, the price, the service. Everything is top-notch. GenesisofTampa.com. Back in 3 with Johnny Gerber.
Well, the folks at Third Generation Plumbing and AC want to say thanks for making them so dadgum busy. Of course, advertising on your favorite Tampa Bay sports talk show helps, but it's their incredible customer service, honesty, and integrity that have earned them tons of 5-star reviews. And now you could be part of the team at Third Generation. Yes, they are so slammed, they need to hire more certified AC technicians and plumbers. It's a great family business to work for. My buddy John Rodriguez runs an old school family business since 1995. They pay well, give you all the holidays off, and they offer great benefits. No cold corporate atmosphere here. you're part of the family. If this sounds cool to you, call them and apply at 813-961-8024, or you can email your resume in at thirdgenerationplumbing.com. Just go to the website, you'll see the button, email them, or call them at 813-961-8024. And don't forget about the $169 yearly maintenance special. It's a no-brainer, guys. thirdgenerationplumbing.com, and they also do AC.
Ciao, Paolo Tini here, owner of Caffè Paradiso, voted number 3 People's Choice Award on Open Table. I want to thank all our loyal family of customers that have been enjoying our great traditional Italian dishes we make from scratch every day. It's a great family story we're proud of. Our family moved from Rimini, Italy in 1984. My dad, Caesar, started Donatello, and that's where I got the start in the restaurant business. I started Caffè Paradiso on South McDill in 1995, and we've been there ever since. From our traditional ossobuco, a veal slow roast for 4 hours, to our daily fresh catch, the Gruppo Paradiso, with a piccata sauce and lobster claw meat, homemade pasta like lasagna, farfalle salchicha, which is a bow tie pasta homemade with fresh sausage. Hold on a minute, JP's favorite.
I love it.
So come and have a glass of wine with me on South McDill. Get a reservation on Open Table and see all our 5-star reviews. Ciao, see you soon at Paradiso.
Sports fans, it's time to gear up. Head to fanstreamsports.com and check out our brand new merchandise store. We're talking bold t-shirts, 3/4 zips, hoodies, hats, mugs, and more. Everything you need to rep your favorite shows and your favorite crew. Whether you're rolling with the JP Peterson Show in Tampa Bay, From the Rough in Dallas, the Tim May Show featuring Clay Hall, or the Jeff Thidoff Show in Ohio, or any of our FanStream Sports original programming, we've got the perfect look for game day and every day. So don't wait. fanstreamsports.com. Click merch and grab your gear now. Wear the stream, live the stream, fanstreamsports.com.
Welcome to Kingmakers, home of the JP Peterson Show studio and Tampa's premier business networking and social club for members only. By day, it's an exclusive, vibrant co-working space with a stylish conference room, focus rooms, a full production studio, and an in-house marketing team. And by night, Kingmakers transforms into a sports-centric social hub with a full sports bar, golf simulator, and exclusive events. For young entrepreneurs and seasoned professionals, it's the perfect place to work hard, play hard, and make big moves in Midtown Tampa. Close the deal, celebrate the win. Only at Kingmakers. Become a member today at kingmakerstampa.com. Your business, your club. Hey, JP here for my concierge medical professional, Chris Lugo, PA. You've heard him on the show for a couple of years where he shares invaluable medical, nutritional, and supplement advice. With Chris, it's like having a medical provider as your best friend. What I love about this concierge service is the convenience and support he offers. I can text or call him 24/7 with any questions or concerns, and he'll promptly call in a prescription if needed. No office visits or copays required. It gives me peace of mind knowing I have someone genuinely invested in my health, not just focused on insurance profits. And the best part, the Bay Area Modern Medical Center's personal concierge service is more affordable than you might think. Don't let insurance companies dictate your health care. Take control of your health and wellness today. Visit BAMMC.com for more information and to schedule your initial free consultation. Empower yourself and take charge of your personal health with BAMMC.com.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show, brought to you by the great folks at MOR TV here locally, as they are your new Rays station, your free over-the-air Rays station. They've just did the Twins game last Friday. They'll have another one coming up here in a couple of weeks, so check your local listings. They're doing 10 games total for the Rays this year, and they did some Magic games as well, and more local sports programming coming your way with MOR TV. Lots of stuff coming your way from Hearst Television, who's getting involved in these local streaming. I wouldn't say streaming, but over the air, free over the air that you like get and don't have to have an app.
Like it should be.
Yeah, absolutely. So we appreciate them, and thanks very much. We'll keep you posted on when you can watch Rays baseball on MOR TV. I think our next game's coming up next week, if I'm not mistaken.
All right.
Let's talk some golf with the great Johnny Gerber, PGA professional, betting extraordinaire, man. What's up, brother? How are you?
Good morning, fellas. It's been a few weeks. Just great to get back on the get back on the slate here. We took a week off last week, a well-needed week off, as we had a little rough stretch with the Masters and Heritage, but that happens. This is not for the faint at heart when you start talking about golf gambling, so many opportunities, but when you get on that hot streak, it rides pretty good, the low streak as well. But great to take a week off, but I'm ready to get back on the horse this week. I love this week. I know this golf course extremely well.
Yeah, because they played a lot of tournaments there at the Blue Monster at the RAL for many, many years, and then they went away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think it's had to do with Trump, right? I think Trump.
Thanks a lot, Bin Laden.
Yeah, no, it really was. I mean, there was his first term there. It's been 10 years since they played there, and there was a big discrepancy with him being the president first term, and then having a tournament there. And seriously, that was a big debate, and they talked about it. And I think that was one of the reasons why they pushed it away from there, which is a mistake. I mean, Doral is one of the pillars of the PGA Tour. I think they know with the sponsorships that they're struggling with right now in terms of getting sponsorships. I think, losing something like that 10 years ago kind of put a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth. And I love them going back to Doral this week.
I blame Obama.
Yeah. I blame. By the way, and just to piss people off even more of those who are not Trump fans, the golden statue that will greet each of the players.
Oh.
Have you seen this?
Freaking awesome.
It's something.
I mean, I just see that thing and I'm like, oh boy, people are going to be triggered. There's going to be some people triggered.
He knows how to push those buttons, man. I tell you what, he is as good as it gets on pushing that button, man. But I love
let's
it.
Just say this: if you're a golfer, and whatever you think about Trump, the dude is a huge supporter of the game of golf. Certainly, as a president, I can't remember. Well, how many presidents have owned this many golf courses and been really a driver in the game of golf in terms of resorts and golf courses? I mean, the guy has spent most of his life on the freaking golf course. Let's be honest.
I mean, love him or hate him. I mean, the supporter of what he has done for golf. I mean, look, that's so
Look at that.
This is so great.
So awesome.
Boy. And
I got to put one of those in front of my house.
Not only is it big and gold, it's right in front too. I mean, there's not a person that can miss that thing when they come through. It's just
so great.
It's something.
Yep, it is something. It is something. But anyway, his support of the game of golf, I think, is great. And Johnny, we have to talk before we go into the betting. The death of Liv. Oh, my tears are flowing. The death of Liv.
Crocodile tears is what you're getting.
How could it not have survived the brilliance of this campaign, overpaying players in billions of dollars, three rounds instead of four, shorts and music and carnivals and the shotgun starts? I mean, how did this not work, John? I don't understand. It was such a brilliant stroke of genius.
The people that's in the golf, JP, especially you, listen, we saw this 3-year experiment, 4-year experiment. Hey, listen, I like going to the zoo every once in a while, but I don't like going to the zoo every day. It just, you get worn out with shit. And it was something that was, it's right. It was entertainment. It wasn't golf tournaments. And listen, the experiment is over. People who are really good business people don't like to lose money. They're not losing. No. Like, it just doesn't work. Now what's going to happen is the backlashes of lawsuits, getting their money. I mean, this is by far, it's not even close to being over, but you can start to see when you lose Louisiana, tournament's not going to happen because they're scared of the funding. Yeah, it's trash. We've been looking forward for a long time. It's going to, and the defection of some of the players that were actually relatively smart enough to leave when they did, saw the writing on the wall, the big name guys, and the other guys don't really care because they're not really irrelevant anymore.
And you know what? With all due respect to Joaquin Niemann, who I always loved on the PGA Tour, if I never hear the names Bryson DeChambeau and John Rahm on a PGA Tour broadcast again, I'll be fine. Golf will be fine.
Well, you're going to. So, I mean, you got
to. But if I don't, I'll be fine.
The game's better with those guys in it. Come on,
I agree.
I don't hold any ill will towards guys that
they're dead
went and played to live. I don't hold any ill will. I shouldn't say that. I think
Trump deports them.
Yeah, what's the old adage, JP? You don't talk about athletes, family, and money, so you just don't. What do you do? I mean, what can you do there? And I do this. We've talked about this a ton. The one guy that they really target, they wanted for the last 18 months, is Joaquin Niemann. They do. It might not seem like the biggest name out there, but he holds the candle to the South America players.
Yeah.
Yep. And he's the marketing tool, just like Hideki did for Japan. Right. So he has that market, and that's why they were a little scared of losing Hideki there for a little while. I never thought it was going to happen, but they really want Niemann, and they're smart to want it. But all those guys are coming back. Rahm's coming back. Bryson's coming back. Joaquin, they're all going to come back. And some of the guys that maybe you don't want to come back, they might just bundle them in. Right. I don't know how they're going to do it, but there's going to be something. They'll make it happen. And JP, you're 100% right. It's better when these guys are playing together. It just is. It just is.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I'm really tired of the average golf fans that we have on our show, Johnny, and I see out and about saying, so-and-so won. Who the hell is that?
Yeah,
I didn't see any names I recognize in the top 10. I'm like, well, then you don't watch golf. That's your fault. That's not golf's fault.
I actually like the South African guys. I really like the Swartzels and the Ghost guys. I really like the Louis Oosthuizen. Those guys were made it pretty better too. They were always in contention. You like to watch their golf swing, no drama. So some of those South African guys I'd like to see back also too.
Sure.
But they're coming. It'll probably be fall. They'll start to do that transaction like Patrick Reed did.
Johnny, I don't think Gary Player's coming back to the PGA Tour.
Thank God. Thank God. Oh, no. He probably thinks he still owns the PGA Tour. That's what Gary Player does.
He still won't give back his Masters jacket. That's all we know.
He thinks he invented golf, Gary Player. He does. Trust me, he does.
Maybe he did. He's old enough to.
And bringing, but he did bring out working out and that to the game of golf. He was the pioneer in that. Although I don't think Fuzzy Zeller and the Walrus were involved.
They weren't hanging out together. Let's just say that they were in two different places of the city.
I don't think Sepp Straka subscribes to that message either.
All right, let's get to the card this week. What do you got?
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's a lot of things that you can correlate to this week at the Doral and the and playing in the old Honda Classic. So it's Cognizant, very old school PGA National, very old school golf course like Doral. And if you look in the past, the guys when they did have it Doral 10 years ago, the guys who played well at PGA National and Honda, even though they did move it around, played well at Doral. So they were very close. This week, you're getting the fortune. It's not going to be nearly as windy, I don't think, as they have it when they have it in March. So moving it to May is going to help with the wind. So I don't think it's going to play nearly as difficult as it did in March. But I like the guys who played well at Cognizant, that's past winners at Cognizant at PGA National, and has had success there that correlate here to Doral. So first guy on the board running a hot streak, I really like Sam Burns at 29-1. This is going to be an interesting week because we have three long shots here, and I'll explain why that we have these. I'm hungry this week. I need a triple ham sandwich. All right. I'm hungry. I got to catch up. We've had a shitty past couple weeks, so I'm catching up with some more long shots. But I do like Sam Burns. He's played well at Cognizant. He plays well on flat Florida golf course with extremely grainy greens. This is old school, just like PGA National. Like him in this spot. Daniel Berger, even though Tim messed up the shuffle, it was actually my fault. We usually put the longest long shot on the bottom, but we're going to change it up this week just because we need to do something different.
Always my fault. Always my fault.
Yeah, it is. 90-1, Daniel Berger. With the hot streak that he had, almost winning Cognizant, playing well there. I really like him in this spot. He's used to Florida golf. He's used to grainy greens, living in South Florida. Big time spot there at 90-1 for Daniel Berger. He's probably going to win this year. I like him to win this week at Doral. Sepp Straka, past winner of Cognizant. He didn't play obviously 10 years ago when they did have it at Doral, so it's a little bit of a learning curve for him. But Florida golf courses, with the exception of the green, it's pretty much right in front of you. They got yardages. You just got to get carries over bunkers and water hazards. But greens is what they're going to have a challenge with. But they redid the greens since they've had it 10 years ago. So everybody's kind of fresh on these greens. I like Sepp, past winner of Cognizant, PGA National, 58-1. And we're going to have you on this card until this guy just falls down or quits. 60-1 Shane Lowry, because he's going to win. He's just going to win. I'm just telling you, he's going to win. He can't.
Well, if we can get some 68-hole tournaments, he's going to win.
He'd win every one.
If we get some 68 holders, we can quit before the last 4. We good.
Yeah.
Good.
But you know how it works. The week we do not put him on our card in Florida, he wins. So it's the last Florida tournament. We're gonna keep him on there, man. It's just 60 to 1.
You're gonna die on that sand hill.
I know.
Sure.
I know. I will.
Hey, on a side note, Johnny, and I'm sure we'll talk about this on From the Rough today. By the way, live at 5:00 all across FanStream Sports channels, and later the same day wherever you get your podcast. What the hell happened to Shane Lowry and Brooks Koepka in New Orleans?
Man,
oh my God.
They had too much fun down in Bourbon Street at Boudin or something. They had way too much fun down there.
Jesus.
Keith Mitchell didn't play very good down there either, did he? So that's going to tell you that he's those party cities, man. You got to watch out for those guys. It's that's a crapshoot. That's why we don't play that. We don't bet that week. It's just a lot of Corn Ferry guy players. It's an okay week, but we just don't touch any on our betting card. But our 2 top 10s, man, we love this week. Past winner of Doral, Adam Scott at plus 275, and past winner of PGA National when it was a Honda at Cognizant, Russell Henley at plus 310. Again, there's a lot of correlation to PGA National and to Doral, the Blue Monster.
Yep.
So look at the guys who play well. Very, very, very similar. 2 top 20s. We are going to take Keith Mitchell to finish in the top 20 plus 200. Just because he, like I said, played well at PGA National. If he can stay out, the only problem with Keith Mitchell is there's a Twin Peaks right next to Doral that he's got to stay out. If he can stay out of that, because that's a real good one. It's a good one. If he can stay out of there, man, we're going to have a nice week with Keith Mitchell. And Nico Echevarria plus 430 to win, to finish in the top 20, past winner of, Cognizant. He won Cognizant this year, played well at PGA National. These South American guys love Miami because it's not America. It's South America. It's just what it is, Central South America. So he's going to feel
quality handicapping information right here. The guys who know where the Twin Peaks are in relation to who's giving you this on the Golf Channel? Nobody.
Big brown Cuban.
Nobody.
That's right. I'm telling, for a guy like Keith Mitchell and Jonathan Vegas, these cities matter when it comes to stuff like this. Trust me, they really, really matter. So, yeah, you look at these guys, man. I like Keith this week. He's not gonna be able to wear the cashmere, so it might be a good thing for him because it's gonna be hot as Hades down there in Miami this week, which I love. But I think he's gonna play well. He's played well there in the past, and his him playing well at PGA National, I really think it transfers over to Doral.
All right, partner, good stuff. As always, we can find you guys from the Rough tonight at 5:00 Eastern, correct?
6 Eastern, 5 o'clock Central.
5 o'clock Central. I always screw that up.
You do. And you're not the only time zone, JP. You know, there are other time zones.
We'll talk a little bit more and preview the Twin Peaks right next to Doral tonight on From the Rough at 5 Central. And we'll get a little more in-depth on Veronica, who's down there at Doral Twin Peaks. We'll get her.
We'll talk all about Veronica.
We'll handicap the Twin Peaks and Doral also tonight. How about that?
I like other guys.
I'm tuning in just
but
for
I'll watch women's gymnastics.
That's right. That's right.
All right. Libby Dunn's ex-boyfriend right there, Johnny Gerber.
He wishes.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great rest of the show.
See ya.
All right. The Big O is here. The Big O is here. We're down a camera here today, so I'm gonna have to do this.
Producing on the air.
Yeah, we are. Hold on.
No, you don't have to be that. Oh my gosh, you're gonna get. See. What Hamon doesn't realize that is that the Shohei Ohtani of podcasts.
I need to be in Tampa.
The show. Oh, that's what. He dropped it.
Oh, man
Error.
Man down. Crotch shot. We got crotch shots.
Trying to be crafty.
We are experiencing technical difficulties in our FanStream Sports studio. Please stand by.
Best thing we've ever done on the show.
We're upside down. It's upside down.
Is it?
It's the greatest show ever.
I can't hear what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
He's dogging the hell out of you right now.
Greatest show ever.
He's dogging.
Are you in the
What the hell what do we got to do around here, Big O? What's happening?
Bro, I was comparing him for a quick second to Shohei Ohtani, and I need to bite my lip now, and it's.
What would be my comp?
Yeah, no, it would
what
be
my producer comp.
He's a new player. Morrell. He's a new player from Christopher Morrell. By the way, he just got called up.
A monkey
by the Marlins for yet another chance. He's not Shohei Ohtani. He's No Way Ohtani.
Oh,
he's a new Japanese guy that just came.
Oh, No Way Ohtani.
No way,
like that.
No Way Ohtani.
All right. How are you, partner?
I'm great, man. Listen. 13 straight against the American League.
What's going on with that?
What the hell is going on?
What's going on with that?
If it wasn't for the NL Central taking 10 games from them, I believe it was. Yeah. I want to say I think it was 10.
I think
and they got 5 wins out of that because they lost all 5 series 2 games out of 3. So, but they've won 13 straight against American League. They have no answer for the pesky, pitching.
Well, we're done with those people.
We're done with them. So we're basically going to go undefeated against the American League East, against the American League the rest of the season. So we're looking at about 135 wins. That's where
we're on pace for 135. I love it.
Seattle Mariners be damned. 116 is not
screw that
for the pesky.
I'm going to start calculating the Rays magic number. It's too early.
I see 135 coming.
Yeah, might be a little bit. We were talking just yesterday about giving Nick Martinez to Cy Young. Now we got to double down on that.
Yeah. He was really good.
Another great start. One of the things that stand out for me is just the efficiency that he's throwing at right now. There's a big thing with Major League Baseball starters in the last decade for sure has been lack of efficiency. Maybe guys wanting to throw so hard, wanting to spin balls better and throw so many more funky pitches, a lot of sweepers and sinkers and splitters, and they've gotten away from efficiency, and forgetting that the best 2 pitches in baseball is a good spotted fastball and a great changeup. Good spotted fastball.
As Shane McClanahan is showing.
And a great changeup. Yeah. And the best at that in my era, and maybe in many eras, was Greg Maddux. Yeah. And I'll say it again. I said it last week after his performance. He is pitching like a mini Maddux. Very, very efficient. He spots his quadrants using the changeup beautifully, but also the running fastball that he uses that will get in on the lefties and they'll race back over the plate, sinks a fastball. There's 2 guys on that staff right now that predominantly use fastballs, and it's the way that they cut it or sink it and move it with the finger placement. And that is Nick Martinez right now throwing strikes galore. Last start, he had 75% strikes. This start was right at that 70%. So you're just being very efficient, which does what? Extends your start. You just don't see that in the last decade. Guys are going 4 1/3, 4 2/3, 5 1/3. To get length is so dramatic. And then the other guy is Drew Rasmussen, who uses 3 different fastballs predominantly and gets outs.
Who we'll see today.
Yeah, we'll see today in a great matchup with Gavin Williams, who I'm a big fan of, and has 44 strikeouts himself, and he's a big 6'6", 250 hoss.
When's the last time we saw a 1-0 game?
Very rare. Been a while. Yeah, it's been a while.
This Rays bullpen is
first shutout for the staff. So that's a big deal. But again, 13 straight. The other keys, solid defense. They did have that 3-error game a few days ago, but they sneaked away with the win because they had enough offense that day. But other than that, defense has been outstanding. The moves that 2-time manager of the year, Kevin Cash is making are on point. Walking the kid, Bazana, intentionally walking him was clutch to kind of, be able to face a guy off the bench, and he was put away in 3 pitches. Right call. But maybe a lot of managers kind of go like, oh, I'm going to, scare the kid a little bit. No, let's get the force out, and let's go with a potentially weaker hitter. That kid is highly touted and maybe, pesky and puts the ball in play and changes the game completely. So great job by Cash. Great job.
He's hot.
The other
thing, making good decisions.
He's making great decisions.
You think he's got a little bit more autonomy? I mean, the other day,
I think a lot of in-game decisions are his.
Yeah.
Let's get serious. I don't think he's got an earpiece and, the 52 guys are, all talking at the same time, Go, you need to do this, move that. No, take the candle out. No, I don't think that's happening. But so a lot of those decisions, but it's all predicated on a lot of statistics that they go throughout the day, throughout the week.
Yeah, that's pregame
stuff.
They pre-decide a lot of
game
different
after, that night. I'm sure a lot of stuff, he's probably gets more information when you have 52 guys that are on staff.
Yeah.
That you're getting a whole lot of information, and he has to funnel through that and then make game day decisions.
He's making some good ones.
Yeah.
He's learning his bullpen and when to go and when not to go, and it's working out. Mike H had a question for you. He said, Big O, what happens when Pepio, Clevenger, and Uceda come back? Are we now a force to be reckoned with?
I think so. I think, the fact that the bullpen has settled down, a lot of that has to do with very solid defense, right? So you're not making these guys throw more pitches. But if you look at the breakdown I'm really big on efficiency. I'm big on pitchers throwing way more, getting in that 70+% of ball to strike. And the last few games, the bullpen has come out. Guys like Hunter Bibby, obviously Cole Sulser, did a great job. The kid Ian Seymour, who's still very, very young, in the spectrum of being a big leaguer, struggled a little bit yesterday and got a couple of walks, but worked himself out of it. He's got great stuff. He's very funky and hard to figure out with his delivery. So once he kind of, a lot of that is how his arm socket is and repeating that properly, but he's got really good, swing and miss stuff or soft contact stuff. So these guys, Baker, Kelly, they're settling in. So if you add those other pieces and they come in on point, now you've got depth to your bullpen. And as the season progresses and your starters, go through that little lull in July, August, and then you build them back up into September and hopefully postseason, then you have a full roster of a great staff. They have the potential to have a great staff. We've said that out of spring training. So, but you will need Clevenger. You hopefully will be getting a hot Uceda if the injury heals itself. Those, and then obviously Ryan Pepio is Ryan Pepio. That's a legit arm. The big thing I think that you got to look at is RISP, and I don't think it's talked about enough.
Yeah, clutch
hitting, runners in scoring position. And the thing about RISP is interesting because you have all the other stats, and Hamon, I mean, you follow it. The Texas Rangers are abysmal right now in that category. They just had it last night. Seager had a couple opportunities yesterday and the day before to have clutch hitting, and he struggled, as did so many. I watched some of the Rangers game. But the bottom line is that RISP is so underrated. It's not even in the annals of statistics. When you go to MLB.com and you look up statistics, offensive statistics for a team, it's hits, runs, doubles, OPS, home runs, steals, every triples, all that stuff. Where is runners in scoring position average? It's in there when you go deeper in and you go into the splits.
Yeah, I'm with you. That's maybe the most important stat in baseball. When you go look at teams that overperform,
it is.
You can go right to that number and say, oh, damn, they're hitting, 287 or 312 or whatever it is with runners. It changes everything.
Changes everything.
Well, look at Aranda. I mean, his average is down, but
Yandy.
Yeah, but his RBIs are up.
His RBIs are up. So the reason that those two guys are such good RISP hitters, and I was proud in my career that I throughout from A ball all the way to the major leagues to Japan leagues. I concentrated my height. I call it height awareness. Seemed to go higher when there was a runner on second or third, and I knew the situation. Runner on third, nobody out, and middle infield is back. I'm looking middle. I can hit a ground ball to short and drive in a run. I'll take the offer for that at bat, but I drove in a run. I can hit a sac fly because I was a fly ball hitter, or I can get a base hit to center, left, and right. If I lift one, now it's a 3-run homer or a 2-run homer. But you have to drive in that run, and how you do it is by hitting towards the middle of the field. And if you look at Yandy and Aranda, I think Aranda is like copying, Yandy as much as possible because it's a similar type hitter. He has a bat on his shoulder, takes it off. He's very calm. He took a really nasty breaking pitch sweeper yesterday. Okay, went down, kept the big thing that they do, both of them really well, is the plane of the bat always stays flat.
That's
through.
right.
So if you stay flat through, here's what happens. If it's inside, you're throwing the knob of the bat at the ball, right? So your hand placement is key. So if you're going here, if it's inside, snap. Middle, drive.
Right.
Opposite field or pitch away, you drive and snap. So you're basically going here and then you're snapping, but you're staying through the middle of the field. Both those guys do it that well. Those are the two guys I want up with runners in scoring position, and it's such a key stat.
So you're not a fan of lifting the ball and swing?
I'm not a fan about
swing play.
Huge. You got to be at 12.8 degree launch angle. 12.8
launch angle.
Don't be 12.9. Don't be 12.7.
Not good. Upper swinging bat at a ball that's coming at an angle.
Here's
or even if it's coming flat.
Yeah. Here's the deke. What's happening is that I feel that they're getting too much. Of course, you're going to be here. Your elbow's going to be down, but they're getting too much about the bat head needing to be down in order for the plane to be here, right?
Right.
So a lot of teachers are teaching, drop the bat head and come here. It's so hard to do, especially at the professional level, especially at the major league level, MPB level. Pitches are going all over the different place. You might get away with it in amateur ball,
right,
with an aluminum bat in your hands. But the bottom line is, I don't believe you need to drop that bat head. You need to drive your hands through, right? The head of the bat's going to naturally fall through. And then it's how you're controlling the bat head with your bottom hand and then guiding it with your top hand and connect. So here's inside, here's middle, here's opposite field.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys are just
keeping the bat in the hitting zone
longer and not dropping it. Because what happens invariably, the game of baseball is more of a repetitive game more than any game, I think, other than maybe practicing free throws and getting that repetition. Get in a bad habit. You can get in a bad habit and you're trying to drop the bat. What drops naturally, JP? Your back shoulder.
Yeah.
So now you're here and you start doing that a million times and you're popping up balls. You're swinging under balls. So it's a complicated math, but it really isn't.
Just watch Yandy hit.
Just watch Yandy hit. Caminero does it well too, but Yandy's level. Caminero's just way more, he's just younger and much more aggressive and will swing out of his zone.
Fastest hands in baseball.
Yeah, arguably the fastest hands in baseball.
We're going to talk about that and much more with the Big O Show coming up today at around 12:30. So be tuned in for that and much more coming your way. And well, actually, the game will be on while we're on, I think. Yeah. So it's almost going to be like
a getaway
live
game.
Commentary.
Yeah, a little getaway
that
game
could be
today.
fun. So dual screen it today.
I'll tell you what, when you have
the Big O Show,
two hammers like that on a day game, bright sun maybe, those are tough hitting
tough
days.
Scoring.
Tough hitting days. So
we'll not be scoring at home today. All right, Timmy, great job to you. Big thanks to Brian Bradley.
Go Bolts.
Scott Reynolds joined us today as well. Another phenomenal show with experts galore. We really appreciate those guys. All of your comments, always welcome, except for some of you. Appreciate you. We will be back tomorrow with more fun and frivolity. Yeah. We will see you then. Bye-bye.
Oh, yeah. I'm supposed to close the show, aren't I?
20 minutes. Oh, wait. Add this.
What?
That picture. That picture we were going to show for the Tropicana Field. Did you put that up?
You want to see it?
Yeah, real quick for you on the way out. There it is.
Is it
the Trop hosting a Bucs.
Is it upside down?
No. That's kind of cool. I'm down with that. Let's go.
Oh, wow.
Air-conditioned football. I'm all for it. Better than Camping World Stadium. That's for damn sure. Yeah. Yeah, and throw a bone to St. Pete. They'll love it. I'm for it. I'm officially for it. Let's go. Let's AI that whole damn thing. They're trying to get a stadium built over here, and we're rebuilding Tropicana Field.
Can we just AI the Bucs whole season? I think that would be best.
That'd probably be better.
AI the Bucs.
All right, have a great day, everybody. We'll see you in a couple minutes for the Big O Show. Don't miss it.
Be good, Timmy.
Be ya.
Ooh.